Welcome to the Keep Your Cool Mama podcast, where it's all about you, Mama. I am your host, Sheilah. I am here to help the busy, overwhelmed mom reclaim her sanity, balance motherhood, her self care, and to unapologetically grow. I am so happy you are here and hope you plan to stay a while. Kick your feet up, sit back, relax, so we can focus on you. Let's go, cool mama. Hey, cool mamas. This is Sheila, and you are listening to episode 56 of the Keep Your Cool Mama podcast. Hey, girl. How are you feeling today? Well, I hope that you are good and feeling good from the inside out. Let's go ahead and get into today's Cool Mama check-in. The Cool Mama check-in is a time that I would like to spend to check in with myself, check in with you, and with hopes of you pausing and taking time to check in with yourself, or after the episode, just making it a habit to check in with ourselves to make sure that we are making our emotional and mental health a priority. So, as of today, I'm feeling good. I actually woke up pretty emotional because my oldest son turned 17 years old yesterday. And that has me in my feelings, but in a good way. This morning, I just woke up and started praying for him. And normally I do this on their birthdays or the day before their birthday. Pray a prayer for them for their upcoming new year of life. Of course, praying for them throughout the year, but just saying prayers for them specifically about the upcoming new year of life. And I didn't do that yesterday because it was just busy from the moment I woke up, and I didn't prioritize just reflecting, which is what I normally do on all three of my children's birthdays. And I didn't do that yesterday because it was just a lot going on. It was his first day of, it was his orientation for his internship, and getting him there. And he had that on his birthday, but he had an amazing day. But today I woke up and I just was praying and, just crying and just thanking God for his life, thanking God for protecting him, and just being there in the midst of it all. And so I'm just feeling grateful, just grateful for the 17 years that I've had to raise my son Malik with my husband, the time that we have spent just ensuring that, God is first in his life, and that, he has good morals, good values, and, all of the good things. And I'm just grateful to see how time has progressed in a good way. And like, not only has time progressed, he has progressed in his maturity and his intelligence and all of the things. So really grateful for that right now, and just excited to see what the Lord has in store for his life. All right, so that's my check-in for today. So please take a moment to check in with yourself. And if you would like to, you can send your Cool Mama check-ins to me at keepyourcoolmama@gmail.com. I would love to hear how motherhood is going for you and how you are doing. Okay, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Today, I want to have an honest conversation with you. I want to talk to you about the struggle of being a mom and feeling the need to have all of the answers. This is something that I personally deal with, something that I have to be very careful about not allowing, to make me feel down and out because I don't have all of the answers. Now, I touched on this subject briefly in episode 50, How to Be a Confident Mom. But today I want to dig just a little deeper into the topic and just share some encouragement with you that has been a tremendous help to me in this area of motherhood, because it is something that I am consistently making myself aware of, consistently just trying to make sure that I don't fall into the trap of feeling like something is wrong with me because I don't have all of the answers. Maybe it's just me. I doubt that it is just me. But I do want to share for any mom who may be dealing with the same type of struggle. Now, when I sit and think about it, motherhood is a pretty interesting concept. And I'm just going to call it a concept because taking care of and nurturing a child that comes into this world, into your life, and you don't know this person at all. Now, of course, we love our children from the moment they enter our world, right? We love them. We know that we love them. But if you really think about it, we know nothing about this little person. We don't know their personalities yet. We get to know them over time. And so, but from day one, you commit yourself to getting to know this little human and giving them what they need. And just when you think you've got their personality down packed, they continue to grow up and they continue to change. And with each change that happens, you do your best to adjust, get to know this newer version of them, and still hang on to the parts of them that are familiar. It can be hard to keep up with the transition of it all sometimes. I've been a mom for 17 years now, and each year that passes is different. So different because I have three children, not just one. So, especially as a mom of multiple children, it can be difficult trying to keep up with all of the challenges and changes that seem to just be a never ending cycle. I have often thought to myself, and I feel like I've said this on the podcast a few times because it's real for me, but I have often thought to myself, why did the Lord think I was equipped to do this work as a mother? Because it is a work, it is a lot, and it is a joy to be able to experience motherhood for sure. But it also has its challenges, and sometimes you can feel like you're not equipped to do the work of a mother. But day by day, year by year, I get through to the other side of those challenges and changes. It's only by God's grace, mercy, and love that I have continued to make it through. Jesus is the ultimate master key to surviving motherhood that I have learned. He continues to lead and guide me through every step I take in motherhood. God has to often remind me to start with Him first because He created all of my children. He knows them from the inside out. He knows when they are in need of something, even when they haven't communicated it to me first. He knows the conversations I need to have with them and will give me the words to say. He knows their individual personalities and how I need to handle their emotions. He makes me aware of the most minor details when it comes to my children because they are His children first. So, the newest phase of motherhood that I've recently entered is being a mom of two teenagers. My oldest son, Malik, is 17. My middle son, Marquise, is 15. He'll be 16 in October. And this phase it's different. It is different. It's uncharted territory that it's a bit scary sometimes. However, I've been entering my conversations and interactions with my two oldest with a special type of gentleness, boldness, and confidence lately. Now, I want you to know this. This is not just because I am an amazing mom that has figured it all out and I'm like sitting here patting myself on the back. That's not it at all. This happens only, this happens when and only when I enter these conversations and interactions with the Holy Spirit. When I try to do motherhood in my own might, I am not as gentle, bold, and confident. And I'm just truly amazed at the way God has transformed me in how I approach motherhood. It looks different from the way it did in the beginning days, in the early days. I do my best to keep God first in all that I do, especially in motherhood. I've just learned that when I am intentional about doing so, He gives me the wisdom that only comes from Him. And it's just invaluable. That is what has helped me realize that I don't need to have all the answers because I serve a God that has every answer and will willingly share this wisdom with me when I ask. And the Bible tells us this in James chapter 1, verse 5. So God made me aware that I need to do a little less talking in some areas and more of directing my children to Him. So, and the reason for this that God has revealed to me is that He wants them to develop a stronger relationship with Him and seek Him more as they grow older and life becomes more challenging. He's specifically been giving me that direction when it comes to my older children. So I've followed that direction that has been given to me. And when my teenagers ask me hard hitting questions about what they should do when challenging situations arise, I give them advice, but I also share scripture with them that is directly connected to what they are asking about. And then I direct them to invite God into their situation. Just recently, actually just yesterday, I was having a conversation with my 15-year-old son. I was attempting to help him navigate a challenging situation and told him to pray and ask God to reveal the answer to him. He then said, I don't know why I always forget to start with God first. He talked about how like he'll come to me or he'll ask his friends, but he always forgets to start with God first. Even though he has a prayer life, a lot of the times we'll start with God after we've asked everybody. And I told him that is not uncommon because I deal with the same thing and I have to be mindful of that and remind myself that He is who I should start with first. And then I thought to myself after having a conversation with him, God knew that my son needed to hear that from me in that moment. He prepared me to give my son that direction at the right time. He's just amazing. I was just in awe when he connected the dots for me. This is why I have made it my regular practice to acknowledge God in all that I do and ask for His wisdom when it comes to raising the children He blessed me with, because He knows it all. With all that said, I just want to encourage you to not feel less than because you don't have all of the answers. Because the reality is, you won't have all of the answers. Because if you had all of the answers, then that means you wouldn't need God. When God made you a mother, He knew that you would not have all the answers, which leaves room for you to rely on Him for His guidance and wisdom, because He wants to help you. He wants to be there for you. So my suggestion is to start your day with prayer and ask God to give you all the wisdom that is needed to parent your children for that day and for their lives. He will gladly give it to you. and trust that he knows what he is doing in your child's life, because he is the one that created them for his purpose. Motherhood can be an intimidating journey. Oh my goodness. And it's just something that it's just one of those experiences that cannot be compared to anything else, in my opinion. But when you tap into the main source and allow God to lead and guide you, you will see amazing things unfold in front of your eyes and through your children's lives. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with another mom that could use some encouragement. Please also leave a review on Apple Podcast and let other moms know why you enjoy listening to the Keep Your Cool Mama podcast. Please also subscribe and rate the podcast on whatever platform you are listening. And lastly, if you are a faithful listener of the Keep Your Cool Mama podcast, I want to thank you so much for returning each and every week. I truly appreciate your support, and I love you so much. Until next time, remember to keep your cool, mama. I will talk to you next week. Love you guys. Bye-bye.